tried and true Ignite for his combat, early combat there with Trundle, see if he can get that kill. And Crumb's coming in with the Kha'Zix. Talked about people liking to invade, dominate. Kha'Zix is great for early invades if you can find the jungler by themselves. Easy to isolate, and also easy to renew your passive as Kha'Zix in the jungle. A lot of brush for you to move in and out of.
Crumbs has also been an opponent of bringing on the jungler to jungler aggression just overall. Really a great game on Eve yesterday as well for his team. We've seen that come up a few more times in the NA LCS now. 1 win, 1 loss, I believe it would be. With another loss actually in there from before on Crumbs. So not too bad, but the choices here, Kha'Zix versus Elise. As we started off, we're watching this mid lane quite close as well. Let's see how Voyboy fares off against Scarra. We know Scarra's been on that Lulu. Voyboy has not shown too much in Italy this season.
No, he hasn't. He's been very assassin heavy, and Italy not obviously an assassin. But going up against Lulu, very hard to lane as an assassin. In Italy, really just trying to sustain through this lane, not get bullied out. We'll have to see if Scarra can make these early moves too, because Link has really been one to show up big with the roaming Lulu very early, and it was very effective for CLG. If Scarra can shove up the lane on Italy, which he should be able to do early very easily, then he's got the possibility of trying to get a side lane going by making those early roams from Lulu. So we'll have to watch the ward coverage from Curse around the mid lane, see if they can keep track of Scarra.
He's going to get a ward down for himself. Bunny Fufu just on the outside of that in the fog of war. Let me see that it is the Doran start for Bunny in the bottom lane, actually. Goes for biscuits, of course. But Spell Thief's edge for Kiwi Kid as we see that gold. He wants it. He's also going to get the auto attacks in. Cop's enjoying himself, getting the spirits of the team up. Looks like Kiwi Kid won't find anything as Crumbs is left to his own. Getting this red.
Yeah, and we have Dominate starting up at his red, so his route, he'll have double buffs down by the bottom side if he decides to go for that early gank bottom to get Draven rolling. He will pretty much be guaranteed no counter gank there, as Crumbs is probably going to be ending his route up top.
Very nice harass and wave clear at the same time, just at level 1, causing Voyboy to sit back a little bit, but he'll be all right with the heal going on.
The invade there for Crumbs, though. He has walked right past the ward.
It's going to be quite difficult for them to keep going on this. We see that Scarra already has Voyboy pushed up to the turret, so he doesn't want to lose too much of that.
Great auto attack there for Dominate. Red buff ticking on Crumbs. And he got the ward down, so they should know about this. Scarra trying to take advantage of the early shove that he was able to accomplish with Lulu, though.
It's big for Crumbs. His smite is up, but I don't think they like this. The bottom lane is beginning to move. The communication comes from PewDiePie and Kiwi Kid that it's not safe anymore.
Yeah.
They try. Dignitas goes for it. Crumbs is still going to be quite all right with his jungle.
Yeah, he lost out a lot of time there.
Yep.
They were really counting on that mid lane power from Scarra. He was able to move over after shoving the lane in, but good ward there from Dominate. Had not wasted his trinket ward. And that one inside the blue buff is going to mean he does have a lead in the jungle. Crumbs did waste a lot of time there.
Ooh, Voyboy throwing down those surges to heal himself and also farm under the turret a little bit better with the attack speed steroid, but his mana pool is empty and he keeps taking glitter lances from Scarra, who's already had that invade in the jungle, but it didn't come out of anything. Like we said, they like to get in Dominate's jungle, but that time he was able to stop it.
And this time around, he is heading bottom. The early gank, looks like he's trying to set it up. He could have actually gone down the river. He does not know this, though. It's old junglers' tendency not to try and gank bottom lane through the river just because they assume there's wards there. But with the people just relying on trinkets, there are oftentimes no ward at all in the river here. And as you can see, Kiwi Kid and PewDiePie are playing with the river dark.
I like
They're
Kiwi
trying
Kid.
to force it.
Kiwi Kid sitting one spell off of the stun. He tries to throw it out. He can't get the second one off to even stun. Huge plays from Curse.
So calling for the early ganks from Dominate down bottom is to get Cop the kill so he can cash in some stacks. Bunny Fufu actually got the kill. So Cop has not been able to make anything out of that adoration. It is so early, though, that he wasn't able to stack too much up yet.
Right. It's almost good. He
Really
wants to stack more before he clears
well,
it out
it's not good, but Bunny Fufu will go for that one with his excuse. That's an excuse he'll take.
Chalk it up for Bunny Fufu. 4 minutes, 50 seconds into the game. Good pressure by Dominate in the bottom lane, even though he found a little bit of aggression in his own jungle. That's 700 gold in the lead here. See what Dignitas tries to get back from this as Crumbs is hovering on the bottom.
Yeah, Cop up to around 80 stacks there for his Adoration, so getting a little bit now. But really the main point is that they're able to zone Cutie, keep him away from the rest of those last CS.
Yep.
And Crumbs has gotten a very deep ward, so the same thing does not happen. They get ganked by an Elise through the lane, immediately go to ward that spot up so they can protect themselves.
This is lane bully on lane bully here with Lucian versus Draven. A good bit of CS lead there, about 15 grabbed up by Cop when Kiwi Kid was back. Like you said, Cutie Pie getting a little zoned, and we'll see if Curse tries to hold that lead or even push it a little bit more. Dominate had made his way all the way to the top lane, so we won't see any pressure from him. Cop gets himself, or Quaz rather, gets himself back to lane on the teleport.
Got himself that early Vamp Scepter. It's very good for Trundle. Gets increased sustain for himself with his ability.
Just staying alive. It kind of helps in the top lane, especially when you're on an island. Usually need some extra resources on an island, and that will help. Still that one kill for Curse. Not much they can really work off of it, as Dignitas is going to be playing a little bit more weary now. So Curse would have to go for the extra edge to get a next kill.
Yeah, so really that kill kind of changes the dynamic of this dragon area and the red side jungle updig, because Lulu definitely should be bullying Nidalee in lane, which Scar has been, and the bottom lane was going to be even there. Dominate did get the steal away here.
Farm buddies.
But now that he's ensured the bottom lane is winning, he can invade this red side jungle over and over, and that ward at the Wraith Bush is crucial for them. The only problem there for Dominate is that Crumbs was there. He saw the ward go down, so Crumbs can work around that ward if he really wants to. Repeat visit down bottom, though.
Dominate is level 5. Not going to get a huge...
They should have called out this jungle invade, too.
Yeah.
They should know that
much
he's
movement from Dignitas here. They're worried about what's coming from the backside. They didn't say Dominate's going to be on that side already. Good stuns, though. Kiwi Kid was ready with the stun on that one.
Yeah, they got the flash from Cutie Pie, and that was a very necessary flash because Bunny Boo Boo's death sentence was almost through there. But yeah, I think that after the exchange at Wraith Camp, Crumbs, the communication there from Dignitas should have been that the possibility of a gank, repeat gank down bottom for Elise was there. Good burst there from Boy Boy, hitting level 6, going aggressive.
Very good burst from Boy Boy. 3 levels into the Primal Surge on his E. Looks like he's going to keep that one going. Quickly farming in front of the turret and the harass. He's winning the trades here until Skara can get it under the turret, and then Boy Boy tries to give it back.
He's very happy with how that early game went. Nidalee just trying to sustain until you get to that level 6. Now he's got great wave clear. Even though it is melee range, he's going to have to go into cat form.
It's still good wave clear.
Crumbs, or Cruiser.
Uh-oh. He did just use the Dragon's Descent. Almost has it back up in time, but the flash is forced.
Yeah, not quite.
Play a little dangerous.
Of that Fury.
Oh! There's some extra gold. Nice try by Bunny Fufu trying to make plays in the bottom lane. No 6s yet, but they're pretty much this wave and just the beginning of the next off. Cutie Pie and Kiwi Kid are going to get the lane to themselves for now, and Curse, we're going to see what Cop and Bunny Fufu come back to the lane with. Dragon could be not up quite soon, but ready for the teams to fight quite soon, and it's been up for a little bit.
Cop has, over 2K gold there. He's not wanting to go back just for a Bloodthirster. He really wants to get a giant purchase, I guess. Yeah, 2.1K. He's going to have a big, big purchase when he goes back.
So pretty much both teams wait until everybody gets their ultimates, which is now almost there for Bunny Fufu and almost there for Kiwi Kid.
And if Dominate gets this pink ward this early, he didn't actually see it. It would have been very successful invade right there, but instead of killing the pink ward, he immediately goes for that dragon. Cop calling out that the bottom lane had recalled, so they have full control of this area. Oh.
Dig's going to be going on this. The extra push in the top lane from Cruiser. Quaz says he's still here. You guys are good to go on the bottom, and they didn't get whatsoever.
I mean, Cruiser, he's being a little bit annoying, but he's not getting much done. Anything special there for the team. Quas is actually ahead in CS, and the Dragon, through that great communication of Curse, they're able to secure it and just unanswered objective there. So in a really amazing start here for Curse. Since Dominate's ward that he placed on the backside of that red was cleared out as well, they definitely know that pink ward is there.
Yep. And Dignitas not too far behind, but Scar himself said they need to get some plays out in the early game. Being about 2,000 gold behind right now isn't a lot. The next Dragon could really turn that around, especially with Crumbs' ultimate going to be providing a lot more damage than Dominate, just getting another spider in there. So still got to see if Crumbs can have an impact. He's got his Lizard finished. Looks like he's going to be trying to help out the lanes a little bit more. Already hovering the bottom.
Yeah, he's going to hover around, look for that counter gank. Dominate trying to get Cop to cash in on his 190 stacks of Adoration right now, waiting in the pink warded bush. Let's see which jungler has more patience. Which one's going to back off first here? Looks like Dominate not wanting to stick out this one, and neither is Crumbs.
Impatient. But no kills to come of this. Actually, Crumbs on the return here, he may be just trying to mind game. There's not too much behavior and movement coming out of Cop and Bunny Fufu to show that they know.
I like the neutral movement here from Cop and Bunny Fufu. Even though they don't have a ward in that tri-bush, because they're playing safe when the wave is pushed up, Crumbs has to be second-guessing himself. You know, did they have some kind of prior knowledge? What's going on here? I've got a pink ward. Why are they playing so safe?
Well, Crumbs has a little time to hang out. He is down an assist, but he got himself up in CS, even though we saw him in Curse's jungle in the beginning of the game. Didn't get anything off of that. Slowed him down a little. So we're still waiting for him to kind of get a kick there, in the kickstart, rather, to get him going.
And this is why Cop is such a consistent AD carry. He doesn't have to be pushed up in the lane at all. He's not even, there's no risk of losing the CS. You can see the minion's not about to go down. When they do get in danger of that range, then he'll finally move up. But he's one that will give up a CS if it means extending himself into a dangerous position.
See what Dominate can do to put Cruiser in just that.
Whoa.
He'll be safe. His
they
flash
pinged out,
is still
they
on
pinged
down.
out Crumbs here. They know where Crumbs is, even though Crumbs is going super deep into the jungle.
He's going all the way around. Looks like he does want to get eyes on Dominate. They're going to have it in the top lane, though, so he knows he can be safely down here. Going to get a nice ward, maybe steal the Wraith, maybe get a dive on the turret with the ping.
So Cop, when they saw Crumbs invade the blue side, went and warded the back side of that bottom lane. It's a very good defensive ward from Cop so that they don't get dove by Crumbs. And since Crumbs is on this blue side of the map, they know that the only thing he could take is that white, which has no secondary jungle monsters there. So even if he does take it, it'll respawn, and there will be nothing gained from that invasion from Crumbs. So Dominate, even though he had to show out in lane up top, he didn't lose out anything.
Like the Lantern throwdown. It was a little bit behind Cop as well, too. He was in range to start the fight with Stand Aside, so they're playing mind games here in the bottom lane. Bunny Fufu working that Thresh mechanic.
Crumbs really wants to make use of this. I mean, Annie's level 7 now. Tibbers is available. Flash is available.
Well, look where Cutie Pie's putting himself. They want to fight.
Yeah. There it is.
They want to fight a lot. Bunny Fufu gets a good flash out. The box goes down, and only Tibbers makes it in.
So Flash Tibbers down, and nobody died. That's a pretty big win for Curse, but they still are under pressure at the turret, and Dominate is at his red. Nowhere to be found. So they're going to do their best to try and defend this, but it's still dangerous. Kiwi Kid going to have to work to get his stun back up, though. He's casting a couple spells already. Molten Shield down, trying to get the stacks ready.
It's quite close. Cop's going to be able to easily farm this out. They're not even going to put Tibbers in his face to be a nuisance. There's a little bit of a roam coming down from Boy, but everybody started to back off, so Boy goes back home as well. Gets the Athene's Unholy Grail. That's going to be matched up in mid now. Only a Doran's Ring on the side of Boy is what he has extra versus Skara, who's been doing quite well. It's 130 to 121 in that mid lane, but we haven't seen Skara getting around the map with that Lulu. We haven't seen Boy trying to get around either.
Yeah, they've just been farming up in that mid lane. I have to say that's going pretty well for Boy in the, as far as that matchup is. He's sustaining exactly how Nidalee wants to. Meanwhile, it's been Crumbs camping bottom, while Dominate has been more spread out around the map. And he's paid some attention to this top lane. So Quas is definitely feeling pretty good about his situation.
Crumbs going to be countering. Scar nicely pushes up the lane once again, but can the Spirit come in? It cannot. Scar picks that up. He's going to walk over the pink ward, so at least Curse will have their timing on that. It's going to really help Voidboy when they get to the siege mode if he can keep throwing those spears. Keep healing up his team. Keep him in the lane. 28 seconds from Dragon. We're going to see a lot of motion from both teams. I wouldn't be surprised if Quas comes straight down, not to the top lane.
Very interested to see where that rotation will be. Quas does have teleport, so he still has the option of going back top to farm. And they already have deep wards on the blue side. So the possibility is there that he could keep doing that and then try and make use of the teleport for this dragon that comes up. But it looks like he's a little hesitant to use that teleport early. And since he's already down here, might as well just walk over to the dragon instead.
Well, Cruiser is making the long haul as well. He won't really pass through too many wards.
Don't have much time with Elise. She burns that sucker down.
Getting all frenzied. Bringing in her friends as well. A good smite down. No contest coming in, and that is going to be Dragon 2 of 2 going over to Curse. That's going to be a 2,500 gold lead, 16 minutes into the game, and still only that one kill. Dignitas has definitely put on the brakes for any aggression after that bottom lane. Yep, using it to get back up. Look at wave to clear too.
Yeah, man, he's feeling really good about his CS. And in that matchup, Shyvana often opting for the damage instead of the tank stats.
Voidboy, though, indeed. That's the barrier down. One more glitter lance, he flashes it. Can't get the spear back out, but a good trade from Scar. It takes control of mid.
Yeah, way too aggressive there from Voidboy. It costs him both his summoners. Scar just burning Ignite and his ulti in that one, but it gives him complete control of the mid lane. Crumb's able to find Dominate.
Crumb's fighting other junglers.
He has nowhere to go. He can go to the Wolf or right back where he dropped from. There's Scar's flash down.
That was real close, but Quas actually getting himself to the bottom lane. He was already roaming, putting the pieces in motion as he saw them from across the map.
Man, Scar uses his offensive flash. Buddy Boo can't take the lantern!
No, he gets it. It's going to be Kiwi Kid. They get a good lockup. Cutie Pie could be in the wrong spot, but wait a minute. Comes from the backside. The jump. Cop. Oh, he gets the flash. He gets the kill. Draw between Lucian and Draven.
Cop had 300 stacks of adoration there, though, so he got a lot of bonus gold. A flurry of action, and Quas is actually the king of the mid lane here. He takes out Scar and takes his turret.
Woo! He was just getting everybody all tense.
He was like, I could not believe that
down.
Cop was not going to take that lantern. Cop wanted to get that one last CS before he came over for the kill. Bunny Fufu had a great setup there. This is why Thresh is one of his favorite champions. He pulled it out at the perfect time, and Cop catches his axe. That's what he was going back for. Okay, that's what it was. That's actually a good move by Cop. He had more DPS when he came in, so it wasn't a CS. Making fun of him for no reason. It was a good choice by him, and they do eventually draw. So he went all in for that kill versus Lucian there because he was running away from Crumbs at the same time.
He looks happy with himself. Made the best of a bad situation as it started. Crumbs on a good roam though. Like we said, once he hit that 6, the power surge that you don't really see come out of Elise, and he's been using it, starts to build more damage for himself. And the junglers are really putting up a fight for both teams here, giving them a good reason to get a lead. That's going to be still 2,000 gold waving in the side of Curse. 4-2 in kills. Dignitas able to pick up turrets on the map though. All 3 on the outer.
Let's take a look at what Dominate can accomplish bottom lane here. Waiting around for another lantern, but it looks like it took too long. Now, since Cop had the adoration and was able to catch that in, he's got a last whisper to only the brutalizer there from Cutie Pie. Feeling pretty good about that.
Dignitas' deep wards in this game. They have one around the red buff, another one that Voidboy just jumped over. They have complete vision of the back area of Curse's jungle here, and it's going to allow Dig to just push up big line of scrimmage and keep the power on. Right now with the, looks like it's going to be the Rabadons coming out from Scara, but he buys a blasting one first there. Going to be a lot of damage coming out from Lulu. He's already starting to push Voidboy out of that mid lane.
Yeah, and Quas able to get the red buff for himself. I am a big fan of the tanks using red buff because they get a lot of auto attacks off and then team fights as well. Helps them chase down their targets.
Chase him down pretty well.
That's a good pillar.
Spear's not doing
Crumbs
too
wants to
much
go!
damage. Yeah, the team goes in. There's the wild growth. Bunny Fufu on the outside for the Lantern, but does Quaz have enough to get out? He throws down
Another
the Subjugate. He'll be all right. Will they be able to re-engage here? And it looks like they decide not to. Talisman of Ascension used on the side of Bunny Fufu for that one.
Yeah. Ulti out of Scar there, too, with the jump in from Crumbs. If Voyboy can heal himself up after getting this blue buff, then they can actually go for a siege. There's a bottom outer turret still up for Dignitas right now. And, I mean, a blue buff Nidalee would be pretty good sieging up down there, but no more really important deep vision here, as the entire jungle of Dignitas is dark, and the red buff's already been taken there from Curse, so those extra wards not going to help that much.
Yeah, but Curse needs to pressure this lead a little bit more. They have 1 minute. It's about the time you'll see a team.
You find the pink? You found the pink.
Of course. Sometimes you have to walk by the brush you're going near after the 10 times
That's
you walk by it.
That's got to make Quas a little nervous here. Okay, so he's going to play safe, back off, because all their vision of that red side is gone. Cutie Pie's still down bottom, though. So it's really Curse's time to make a move.
This would be interesting for Crumbs to be up top during Dragon time, but
they
maybe
see him
able to get a kill off here. They still got 40 seconds, so there's some time to play with. You know, like you said, Quas, a little more unsure about his movement, starts heading back towards home.
They clear out his ward, though.
Yeah.
He's got to play safe. Bunny Fufu goes down to 1 vs 1. Cutie Pie. Let's see how this one turns out. Cop's going to go help him.
Whoa! Looks like Q's getting a bit leveled up there for Voyboy, and now level 13. We see actually Cutie Pie himself going again for the Ghost Blade on Lucian.
Teleport is up. So that's why they're leaving Quas up top while Cruiser is roaming down. They want this 5v5, it looks like. And in this Smite War, this is basically the two best smiting junglers. Kha'Zix and Elise, they both can combo abilities. Very powerful executes with their dragon, with their smites. So this is a very, very dangerous dragon here for both teams, actually. Oh, and then goes to
dives
dominate.
Right into the hook. They do get the dragon over to the side of Curse. That's going to be the third one of the game, but can they come up with the win? It does look like they can. Cop, big damage. It's going to be bigger damage onto Kiwi Kid as they just keep it going. The axe is being caught. It's like a circus for Curse right now.
That is a giant win. Curse just took a commanding lead in this game. Let's take a look at it here. Dominate goes right into Spider Form for the execute as Crumbs jumps in. Teleport comes from Quas. He joins the fight, and Dignitas just get murdered. Kiwi Kid was not there for the beginning of the fight, and once he shows up, he doesn't get to do anything. He gets cocooned into the death sentence from Bunny Fufu. They need that Annie to be the beginning of their team fights. Dignitas wins in team fights always come when they have the initiation. Like yesterday, at least, it was always the flash initiation for Kiwi Kid, but he was not there at the beginning. They got destroyed.
Curse does what they do best when they can. After taking an early lead, they take a huge lead. Now about 6,000 gold in their favor as they go from Dragon to Baron. Voyboy level 14, highest in the game. He's the only one. No, Quas is also 14 on his team, so they have the advantage in multiple spots. In levels, in items, and on positioning in the map.
Man, that also means a completed death cap on Nidalee.
Yep.
23-minute Athene's death cap Nidalee is so much pain for any sort of siege here, even without the blue buff. He's got the Athenes to rely on for mana regen. If even a couple of those hit, Cutie Pie, Kiwi Kid, they're prime targets.
Oh, it's got to be tough for Dig as well. They reach this point in the game where Curse can now start the siege, and they're that 6,000 gold up. It makes it so much harder to even get back a few shots.
And the counter for these poke comps like Curse are running is hard engage, which is Flash Annie Tibbers there. It's available for Dig. They are behind, but Flash. He goes for it.
There's the Tibbers. He gets taken out immediately. Kiwi Kid
else follows.
First one into the fight, first one out of the fight. It looks like they're going to be able to get Cop another kill here. He's doing super well for his team. The turret's going to be going down. Curse is looking quite strong.
Yeah, nobody else going to follow that one. And that's going to be an easy inhibitor here for Curse. Rolling through this base right now. That gold advantage is just way too much right now. I don't know. That was definitely some miscommunication there, I think, for Dignitas.
a game where all of Curse have definitively stepped up this time. It's not Boy trying to carry on something or Quas in the top lane split pushing so hard on Trundle that you want to pull your hair out. Everybody's getting in and dominate, like we said, even with a little bit of jungle pressure in the early game, as he gets every game, was able to stave that off this time.
All right, so let's look at this again. Kiwi Kid, one-man solo mission right there.
Quite far up there.
Yeah. Everybody else is worried about dodging the whole time. They don't want to get hit by cocoons or death sentences or spears or javelins, actually. They are javelins, as Freak pointed out. But yeah, that's just so much poke there for Curse, and definitely a disconnect for Dignitas.
Still a very deadly dig. They have a lot of power. They're able to build up. They're keeping up in CS. There's a few kills and assists here to make up a bit of the gold that they've been missing. Last Whisper and that Lizard onto Crumbs as Kha'Zix. He's had a few good plays this game, but he's really trying to create it for the rest of the team, trying to get Cruiser going, trying to get Skara going. Like you said, had that death cap now coming in.
I have to say, this is one of the best poke comps too. Trundle he was a classic member of sieging up poke comps just because of the pillar.
They're just missing Janna.
And yeah, there you go. He zones out the entire team. It could be used for disengage as well. And they've got the 2 skill shot CCs in addition to all the damage that Italy throws out. This is just, at this point, it's a very annoying game for Dig to play. They pretty much have to constantly be dodging in all directions.
So much.
Somebody's going to get hit.
Oh, it's coming back. Look out. He takes a big jump there. Hot foot coming in for Crumbs. He's got to get out of the fight real fast. 26 minutes in, the inhibitor turret, second one, is going to be falling here. The inhibitor as well will fall right after. Curse coming up big.
Man, this is one of those teams where if you go up against an ARAM, then you're just crying all day long. And Curse able to get that bottom inhibitor here, just commanding lead of the entire map. They don't have a lot of vision down. I guess they could pretty much put it down whenever they want, though. They can invade easy on Dignitas. 2 inhibitors down. There's very little control.
Yeah, really in the driver's seat this game. Dignitas is still, and they have to put all 5 members up to a turret. We usually see Cruiser off in the side doing what he can. With Baron down, he'll be able to get bottom lane pushed out a little bit, so they don't have to worry about it, and hopefully get a fight that will be in their favor.
In that video, I think it was Cutie Pie who said Curse are not a team that would annihilate us. I don't know if those are his exact words. Oh man.
Fog of War is not your friend.
Stand aside.
Stand aside indeed. Looks like Boy's going to be coming up with that one though. 1 for 1 so far. The fight's still a bit chaotic in the top. It will be the overall double kill.
Yeah.
We see Crumbs going and Kiwi Kid.
Curse still come out ahead, even with the bush being prepped there. They didn't have Cruiser, so it wasn't a full commitment from Dig. And Curse really just have that one lane to go down here, so should be a good night.
Trundle is so menacing like that as well. Once he puts down the frozen domain, just sends everyone into a frenzy because you know he can be on your AD carry, he can be on anybody in just a few seconds. Right now, on the turret, taking that up, they're just going to face tank it. They have so much brute force coming into the base that Dig can't answer.
Champions, once you get like real high attack speed like that, it's one of the most comical things in our game, I think. The noise of him just beating on someone. Okay, so here's a great job from Kiwi Kid, landing at everything right there. Full stun combo. Crumbs gets knocked out of the air.
Wow.
By Cop, but he goes back in for the kill, able to get it. Quas teleports in on the lantern from Bunny Foo Foo, and they clean house.
I definitely like Cop's builds coming in here. We've seen a lot of 80 carries kind of shy away from the Shiv since the critical works differently, but he's still putting it in. Getting it in the belt.
It gives them a little bit of more wave clear. But yeah, a lot of 80 carries not liking the Shiv anymore after the change to the double rolling for crits, preferring Phantom Dancers. Cop's still very happy with that one.
A little bit of love from the fans. We'll see what Curse can continue to do with a 20-second Baron countdown. Looks like they're in position for it quite well. A nice push in the top lane. Quas, or Cruiser rather, still having to tend to the bottom lane. They're in a pretty good position here once Cop gets to the party.
So, at this point, from Dignitas' point of view, you got to make some sort of desperate play. Their base is non-existent. They have nothing, no defensive structures. They're trying to help out the inhibitor. So maybe it's another bush attempt. Maybe it's a last stand at the Nexus turrets. But they got to make some risky play here to get back in.
And I like these 6 wards that Curse is walking over. They have right now.
Yeah.
Just kind of lining up everything. And then there's 2 on the top, so there's 8 wards just in one general area for Curse. Looks like they're not going to need really anything behind them. It's all about what's in front, and that's going to be the win. The Nexus almost ready to go down here. 30 minutes in, a very definitive game from Curse.
Looking
right now
for the flank.
13,000 gold.
Cruiser's around the back, but he's been spotted. Oh, wow, that's not the way they want to start out a fight.
Ooh.
That's just one spear landing, too.
Thought they were going to be able to zero him out there. Crumbs not able to come back with tier 2 boots yet. He's still on the tier 1s. No home guards coming in for Dig, so this is going to be even a harder base defense. Quaz getting back up to it. Probably going to throw Frozen Domain down for safety, and to just crush the inhibitor. One shot after the other. Dragon's Descent, maybe what they need. Dignitas is not behind. The communication isn't there to follow the fight. It's just a culling going across. Kiwi Kid gets grabbed. He's going to be the next one to go down. They are serving themselves up on a platter here. Curse is going to say thank you very much. Another grab coming in from Crumbs. They get a little bit of dessert on that one. They want some more as well. The buffet table's open, and Curse is going hard. The plates aren't clean yet. Skara gets away. He pays the check, but the Nexus is going to pay for it even harder. 15-3 in this game. They got it.
So clean from Curse this game. Wow, every single member playing really well.
There's the Nexus going down. 31-25 on the clock. It looks like they want a few more if they can get onto the fountain. A sigh of relief there, but Curse pulling out a great win.
Man, they got to be happy with that one. This is a way for Curse to finish strong. They still have another game today. There's another game. The last game of the day is